Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Shoots and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Shoots and Ladders, WWE mid-season grades. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, we're halfway through 2025, and that means it's time to break down the biggest stories, the breakout stars, and moments that have defined WWE so far this year. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
It's been a hell of a year so far. So much going on, and I cannot wait to see what the rest of the year holds.
Sounds good. All right, let's kick things off right with rising superstar of 2025, someone who's really broken out and made a huge impact. Des, who you got?
Okay, I'm gonna pull you. I picked two, but I did a male and a female just because I couldn't really decide. But my first person that initially came to mind was Stephanie Vicaire.
Yep, and that's mine.
Yeah, she is amazing. She is hot. She is moving so fast. They have attached a rocket to her back from going to NXT and rocking that promo, and then immediately coming into Raw and main eventing and just being the number one contender for things. She's hot. She's just going higher and higher. And my second one, I thought about it earlier today, and I was like, who else is hot? It was Jey Uso. I felt like even though he's not new, this was a big breakout year for him for winning Rumble, winning the championship, main event, just being part of WrestleMania, and just making a name for himself rather than as a tag. Yep, Jey and Stephanie.
Okay, those are great choices. I'm going Stephanie because she definitively is breakthrough superstar of the year for me. Look, she's already had classic matches that involved Io and Selena Vega and some of these top superstars on the female side. So that just means she's already ready for that spotlight. So once they put it on her, she will shine.
Yeah.
All right. Promo of the mid-year. Des, who do you think dropped the mic the hardest this year so far?
The one that I always think about still, it's going to be Cena's pipe bomb.
Yep, same here.
He dropped the bomb. I don't think anyone can really beat Cena on a mic anyway, and for this to be his final year, he's going to be just bringing the heat, and I love his creativity. I love how he just says whatever he wants to say, and he pushes the other person on the other side of the mic to do even better. So I think we're still talking about it. You can rerun it, watch it over and over, and just get a good chuckle out of it. It's that pipe bomb.
100%. Absolutely perfect to arc that. This is his final year, his final storyline with CM Punk. Yeah, why not? And of course, they set it up perfectly. That particular match involved R-Truth, just like it did back then. Everything about that was awesome. Yeah, that was one of the funniest moments this year. And listen, anytime you give a mic in front of John Cena, he's gonna lay it down. So 100% to me, that was no contest. I wouldn't even know who second place is.
No brainer. It was immediately pipe bomb.
All right. Tag team of the mid-year. Which duo has had the best chemistry and match quality?
This one was a tough one for me.
So tough for me. I'm sorry. That's one thing that stood out. This was the
one I had to sit there and think about. And I still don't have a straight answer just because for the past couple of years, there was always one that always stood out. Luckily, this year, there's a lot of competition where I was like, I like them. The ones that didn't make my list was for Axiom. I think they were a great breakout. And I love the Motor City Machine Guns. I love them, but I'm going with the Street Profits just because they held the title. They're sassy. I like them. They have a lot of personality. They're go-getters. They're hot. And then another one in my brain, I was like, maybe at the end of the year, maybe Charlotte and Alexa. So who knows? But I'm sticking with the Street Profits, even though in the back of my pocket is Axiom and Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay. One of the topics of conversation that my brother actually got me into wrestling years ago. He actually said, you know what? Tag teams aren't just like what they're used to. When you're talking about LOD and Steiners, Demolition, you can go on and on. Okay, we are there. I think WWE tag teams have surpassed a lot of our expectations. This feels like old school tag team fun. Yeah. I was trying to say it. Yeah. It's unbelievably fun. So, listen, Fraxium, wow, I have nothing but great things to say. We don't have tag team rising stars of the year, but it would definitely be them. So I'm going to put that out there now. And an honorable mention will be the Wyatt Six. Yeah, right? Just because I think it's see, I brought another one to you. Because they... from a storyline perspective, it's kind of arcs to the overall, just the faction. But you kind of actually already mentioned, I'm going Motor City Machine Guns. I love Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley.
I love them.
Oh my gosh. Listen, thank God they made that switch and that jump. The only disadvantage is you can't give the titles to everyone. So, I mean, but that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Man, I love the Motor City Machine Guns. I think they're great. I would love for them to continue just to I love all the tag teams, but yeah, obviously they're going to be tag team champions sooner rather than later.
They're legends outside of WWE, and I'm so happy that they switched back to WWE. Oh, I'm so excited for them. That was a good choice. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Now, that was a fun topic. Okay, now we are going to female wrestler of the mid-year. Who led the women's division with standout performances?
Okay, this one some people may not like it. They may think it's overrated, but it's just because I love her so much, and she had a stellar match after stellar match. I'm going with Rhea. That's my girl. I know that's so standard. There's a lot of women that made that list, and that tells you how great that roster is, how great wrestling is right now overall, just because it wasn't like one dead set answer. I'm going with Rhea. I'm going with my heart because I'm a fangirl and I love her so much. The girl has worked her ass off, storyline, promos. She's out there just match after match, banger after banger. I love that girl. Mommy is always going to be on top.
Great choice. We talked about the depth of the tag team. I mean, the depth on the female side of the roster is insane.
Yes.
So there are so many ways to take this. I would say an honorable mention unofficially would be Tiffy. I mean, I mean, she's just amazing. She brings it every night. Alexa Bliss is amazing. I mean, there's so many. But I'm going to pick someone different. Someone that just really blew my mind this year. I'm going Io Sky.
She was second on my list. Yes.
All right. Listen, Io has skyrocketed with a blend of high-flying agility and hard-hitting strikes that keep opponents and fans on their toes. I thought it was amazing that they actually put her over at WrestleMania. That was such a defining moment. Not everyone expected that, but it was so worth it. Io has just blown my mind, and I think for the foreseeable future, I hope they push her to the top and keep her there.
That's such a great choice. She was almost going to be my pick, but the fact that she won that championship and was a part of that awesome triple threat match, everyone loves her. You can talk to anyone, and I love that Bianca and Rhea were so ready to put her over, and she's become a fan favorite. I love her, and I love her little, it's the cutest, yeah. Io's the best.
I know. Listen, these mid-year awards are tough. They're a lot tougher than I realized.
Yeah.
Speaking of tough, male wrestler of the mid-year who has carried the show on their back and earned the biggest spotlight Let me hear yours. Mine actually surprised myself.
Mine, again, just how I prefaced Rhea. It's just because I had to narrow it down. Believe me, we know there are many talents on both brands. But just because it's overall content, it only makes sense. I'm going with John Cena just because he has hit everything. He has been in every main event of the PLEs. This is his retirement year. He has caused the most stir, most heat with fans. It's very cliche, but to me, that only makes sense of what he's produced so far.
Wow, your choice shocked me. I thought you were going to say Orton.
Randy Orton is just going to get like my Century Award. That man is just over everywhere. Yeah. Don't worry. He's my number one. We know that.
No. Listen, everything you just say is very valid. 2025, for better for worse, is a year of John Cena. Great choice. Okay. Mine, and I'm sure this may surprise you. It definitely surprised me when I had to just objectively think about it in my head. Okay. And I think I've told the audience this many times. I have two TVs next to each other. Usually one's on wrestling, one's on a show. A lot of times it's Family Guy or something funny or goofy. I, for the most part, had the volume turned down, with the exception when certain wrestlers come out. And one wrestler where I stop what I'm doing and I give all my full attention. You know, I'm not on my phone. I'm not watching the other show. It's on TV because I know whether it's a promo or a match, he has me. I'm going CM Punk. And
Damn. We both surprised each other.
yeah. Okay. Punk's promos have been A+ after A+ after A+. His in-ring psychology is unmatched. It's consistently captivating. The audiences and the fan, you know, whether you're in the arena or at home, you're constantly hearing the ooh and wow, I can't believe he did that. His matches have been nothing but 5-star.
Yeah.
That triple threat at Mania was just amazing. And here's the crazy thing, his comeback after years away, for him to just transition as if nothing happened. And again, there are some crazy CM Punk fanatics out there. I don't necessarily put myself in that category. But I had to objectively say, when do I, like, at what point in the show do I just stop what I'm doing and watch? It's CM Punk. And again, yeah, this definitely surprised me. I think so. I think, yeah, we surprise each other, which is why this show is fun.
I 100% agree with you. That I have always said I was never a Punk fan. Just because I felt like years ago he annoyed me. I just wasn't into it. I just wasn't sold as a fan. When he came back, I was like, what's going on? Just because of the drama, him being away 10 years and really saying, I'm never coming back to this. And the fact that he came back and, some people were very angry. They probably still are, but he puts out damn good content, damn good matches, and I'm the same way where I'm like, let me see what this Joker is going to be talking about. Let me see what he's doing. And that's exactly what he's there for. He puts butts in seats. He gets viewers. He gets ratings. And I hate to say it, he's growing on me, and I'm a Punk fan right now. Ooh.
Love it.
We dropped our own pipe bomb.
There we go. Okay, this is actually a fun award because I think for the first time in quite some time, this is an actual battle. Which is a better brand, Raw or SmackDown?
This is really tough because Randy's on SmackDown, so I have to, be like, oh, I love SmackDown. No, I only watch SmackDown for the most part because I know Randy's going to be on there, so I have always been a Raw girl. I love Raw. I feel like the content on Raw is slightly better. That's me. And the fact with Netflix, they have a little bit more flexibility. It's a little bit more showmanship on there compared to USA. But overall, I'm a Raw girl. I love Raw, so that's my number one brand.
Fair enough. Okay, this is why this is tough. For years, I'm not going to lie, I think SmackDown was the better brand.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown, I think for the both of us, has an unfair advantage in a way, to a degree. And what I mean by this, well, for you, obviously, Orton's on SmackDown. but also, because it's on a Friday night, and like we're not going out like our party days anymore. So now it's like the end of the week. You get to watch SmackDown, and like it's like a good ending to the week. So I kind of associate SmackDown with that feeling. So that's why SmackDown kind of has that edge.
Yeah.
Raw's the original. I have a soft spot for originals, but I will say, objectively speaking, just like you said, once Raw switched to Netflix, they really upped the game of Raw. So I'm going to say Raw, not by much. I think both brands are great, but I mean, if this was like a basketball score, I'd go 92-90. It would be very, very close. So, okay, now we're going to switch over to NXT Superstar of the Mid-Year. There's some great candidates. Who you got?
I love NXT. I have been a big fan of it. I actually got to go down there a couple of weeks ago to meet some NXT stars. But the one that has just been sticking out to me, I love him so much. I am one of his biggest fans. It's Whoop That Trick Williams. That man is hot. He is so good on the mic. He is so much fun to watch. He's a very nice man. He's a very large man in person. And he's the TNA champion. Hello. So Trick, I can't wait to see him become main roster because I cannot wait for him to get his hands on some people. But yeah, that's my man all the way.
Great choice. Okay, this actually surprised me to a degree, but I was just kind of just looking at everything within 2025 so far. I'm going Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so a little bit surprising, but I will say they kind of catapulted him pretty quickly. I think he's entertaining, and I think he'll get called up pretty quickly. So that is who I'm going with for 2025 so far.
He's a good heel. I love him.
Absolutely. Okay. PLE of the mid-year. We're obviously going to preface this. Mania has an unfair advantage. Mania is on both of our lists, so we both collectively cheated. So I'm going to say that before we announce. But which PLE delivered the most bang for the buck?
Okay. All right. So we did preface Mania Night 2. I favor more. So I'll just throw that out there. But besides WrestleMania, I am a Royal Rumble girl. I love Rumble. However, I am going with Elimination Chamber just because I went there. And I got to see the famous heel turn of John Cena, which was huge. And the return of Randy Orton. And it was just fun stuff. And I felt like that solidified a good road to Mania. But I'm both Rumble and Chamber. But I'm going to go with Chamber. I'll go with that.
Listen, fair choice. I had a feeling that you're going to pick that, but you have every right to do so since you actually made the trip. It was cool that you went to Toronto. That was your first time there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Okay. I was just looking at everything. You know what? Objectively speaking, we say strike while the iron's hot, so I'm going to kind of use that theme here. I'm going Royal Rumble just because the fact that Jey Uso got the win over John Cena shocked everybody. I mean, when you have the audience thinking one way, but then you pull it at the last second, that's just brilliant storytelling. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Rumble. In addition to Mania, Night 2, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, final category. This was tough. Match of the mid-year. What was the standout bout that wrestling fans can't stop talking about?
Okay. For me, this was a no-brainer. As soon as I saw this list, I knew exactly what was going to be it. And it's going to be the women's triple threat.
Me too!
From Night 2 of WrestleMania. My girls were hot. I still rewatch it. I love the ending. It kept us on our toes. I still replay it in my head of how awesome it was. Bianca, Rhea, and Io were stars. They were, I believe that was the match of the night of all of WrestleMania. I loved it. And they are still putting out banger after banger for all three of them. I love them. They are legendary. They are going to be Hall of Famers. I love them. Yeah.
Everything you just said, I was a little surprised. I was going back and forth. Obviously, night 1, you had the triple threat amongst the men. Mm-hmm. Technically speaking, the Royal Rumble, that could have been on this list, there were so many. There was a lot of good matches. There were some great matches at Evolution, obviously, and all the big, SummerSlam and everything and Money in the Bank. But you know what? Yeah, Bianca, Io, and Rhea, by far, I think, is the match of the mid-year. And again, we're going to talk about that match for years to come.
Good luck topping that.
All right. And now that we've come to the conclusion, what are your thoughts? What are your final thoughts as far as, our awards of the mid-year?
I love them. And I love that we surprised each other. That was so much fun. I knew we were going to have a couple that were going to be the same, but I love that what you picked, I was a big fan of. So I think that's so much fun. Great choices.
Yeah, on both of our ends. And on my final thought, look, we've already said this. The tag teams are hotter than ever. And keep that up. But also, in 2025, the women have been in the spotlight. And that is really cool to say. Women have come such a far way in wrestling. And this is the year in 2025 where they really elevated their status.
Wrestling is cool. No, I just feel like it's just like it's becoming that era again where it's fun. Everyone is getting involved. The rosters are amazing, both female and male. Both brands are amazing. The PLEs are just trying to top each other. I love it. It's just getting better and better. This year is going to be amazing.
And that actually wraps up this episode. What are your thoughts? Give us your picks for the award show of 2025 of the mid-year. Please shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.